Hello loyal viewers, this is Flip here from the Digital Shadows, and today I'm here to give you guys our first ever tutorial for this channel. These videos were heavily requested, so here at the Digital Shadows we're all about giving the people what they want. And we're all about, joking around and having fun, but there are times we have to be serious and commit to making videos. So today I'm going to be talking about plot creation and script writing. Now, I'm no expert here, staying humble and all that, but I have seen a lot of Machinima and I have written Machinima, so I do have a few years of experience writing. And the best way to learn how to write is to pay attention to how others write. There are a lot of important topics to consider when making a Machinima, like being able to record footage, music, getting voice actors, being able to edit, and so forth. However, before you get to any of that, the most important thing when starting a Machinima is writing a script and coming up with an idea for the story. Without a story, all you have is a music video or, I don't know, something. Anyway, let's get down to it. First, we need a premise, or an idea for a story. Now, this is your first Machinima, so don't worry about it being, entirely something original, because honestly, that's impossible nowadays. Even if you don't know of it, I'll bet there's a Machinima out there with a similar concept to what you've come up with. So stay humble now, we can all try to be unique in our own ways, but being completely original is a bit far-fetched. Now, don't take that as, oh, let me copy Brawl Universe and just change it up a bit. No. Come up with something by incorporating ideas of other works and gaining inspiration, but we're not about copying or mimicking other machinimators here. Most Machinimas are either comedies, action adventures, or dramas in some regard, usually with a mix of all three somewhere in there. So, what is this man talking about? Oh, sorry, I got a Skype message. Anyway, sorry. So, try starting out with one of those, or if you want to try something a little bit different, why not try, like a Kung Fu Machinima or a romantic comedy, or maybe even a sci-fi. It's all up to you guys, the possibilities are endless. Once you have a premise, so for example's sake, let's just go with my story of End of Smash, basically a post-apocalyptic world where Bowser and his goons have killed mostly all the other Smashers. Simple. A bit dark, but simple. Now, we're gonna need some characters to liven up this world. First are the main characters. Will you have one protagonist? Maybe two, even three. Let's just stick with one. For End of Smash, it's Mario. If you want to be different, try going for an underused character as a main protagonist. How about Jigglypuff, or Yoshi, or maybe even a Falco? I'd be interested in seeing how you work with the characterization. Now, what about the other main characters? These are the other characters the story will focus on around, usually a bit less focus than the protagonist would get, but, still a lot. In the case of End of Smash, that would be Lucas and Donkey Kong. These characters are usually close to the protagonist, or in least some way connected to his story, and in some way support or even hinder his progress. Now, what about the supporting characters? These are the guys and gals who don't get as much screen time as the main characters, but they do in some way help with the story. End of Smash has a pretty small cast, so I wouldn't say there's anyone in particular who'd fit, besides maybe Smashers from the past like Link and Ike who fit into Mario's backstory. Finally, we have the antagonist. This is the character or characters who oppose the protagonist in some way. The antagonist may or may not always be the villain of the story. In End of Smash case, it is, considering the antagonists are Bowser, Ganondorf, Wolf, and Mario. I'd say the two most important characters are the protagonist and the antagonist. You need a good villain for every good hero, remember that. In order to write quote-unquote good characters, these people need to be like actual people. They need motivations, flaws, personality, quirks, and so forth. Mario, for example, his motivation is to defeat Bowser for killing everybody in the world of Smash. His flaws are he's very vengeful, hard-headed, bitter, and even a bit cold to his friends. His personality is he's pretty decently intelligent, savvy, strong, serious, and caring of those he values most. This amount of characterization is more so for the main characters, as it'd be very time consuming to create intricate and complex characters for all the characters in the supporting cast as well, but it's not impossible. Once we got our cast set up, now we need a basis for where we want the story to go. You don't have to plan out every single little moment of every single episode, but at least have an idea of where you want the story to be at the beginning, middle, and end. If you're making a comedy or a bit of a more episodic series, this may or may not be as big of a problem. Stories tend to follow the path of exposition, conflict, climax, and denouement. Exposition is where we are first exposed to the characters, the world, and the story. Before you begin writing the main story, have an idea for the world your story takes place in and the setting. Is it a post-apocalyptic like in Smash, more modern day city life like Brawl RPG, or a school setting like Sovereign School of Smash? What are the rules of the world? How do things work? After the exposition, we have the conflict. What is the main conflict of the story? What's the problem the characters have to face? Is it a big threat coming to Earth? Is it a school bully? Is it delivering a package? What's the problem, you know? Finally, we have denouement, or the falling action. This is where the story starts to come to a close, where all the loose ends are tied up. Does the guy get the girl? Do they live happily ever after? Is the villain finally sent to jail? What happened to that random dog somewhere in there? You know, where everything finally gets resolved. Well, it took a lot longer than I expected to get all my ideas out to you guys, so I think we'll end things off here, and next time we'll take a look at the script writing aspect of all this writing mumbo jumbo. We want to thank you guys so much for all of your support. You know, I personally want to thank you guys for all the subscribers, all of the comments, the likes, and everything you guys have done. We really appreciate that here. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.